Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we are going to do another horse video. This time we're actually going to do the American Paint versus the Appaloosa. So for the American Paint, as you can see, I'm using the grey Overo. Overall the American Paint is definitely a really cool breed. Definitely check them out. They have some cool coats in the game as well. But the grey Overo is a work type with standard handling, and his stats are 5 health, 5 stamina, 4 speed and 4 acceleration. And you can pick this up at around $425 at the Tumbleweed stable. So again, if you have a better Honda system, then you can definitely pick it up a lot cheaper. I'm also using level 4 horses, so keep that in mind. All the horses are level 4 horses. Same as the Appaloosa, the level 4. As you can see, I'm doing some level 4 tricks right here. So overall, like I said, the American Paint is a really cool breed. I definitely recommend anyone who likes more of a wilder look to your horse to definitely check this breed out, because this breed has some very cool coats in total. As you can see, the grey Overo is not my favorite, but definitely let's check the video out about the American Paint that I made. You will see the coats are really beautiful. But overall, as you can see, the American Paint looks decent. You know, his build is not like the best build in the game, but his build is pretty normal. Nothing too special about it. You know, to be honest, I was very surprised by how he did in the tests. So you gotta watch it. I was very surprised by what he did. So for my next one, we got the Appaloosa, and I'm actually using the Leopard Appaloosa. So in my previous video, I did the brown leopard, but this one is actually the leopard. This also looks cool. You know, it's more like, you know, it looks kind of weird, to be honest, but it kind of looks cool as well. It's not a very weird look. Well, it's weird looking horse in total. Just, you know, I'm not used to the colors and stuff like that, because, you know, you're not used to seeing a horse like this. But it's a beautiful horse, as you can see, with all those black and whites on his coat. It's very cool actually. But yeah, so the leopard, or the leopard Appaloosa, is a work type with standard handling, and his stats are 5 health, 6 stamina, 4 speed and 3 acceleration. And you can pick this up at the Van Horn stable after chapter 6 for around $450. I definitely recommend you check the Appaloosa out as well, and especially this coat, because to be honest, I was very surprised by the looks of this coat. As you can see, in the beginning it was kind of weird, you know, seeing a horse like this, but you get used to it and it looks very cool then. So round 1 is going to be stamina. As you can see, to our left we got our Leopard's Appaloosa, and to our right we get our American Paint. So again, we're going to put it into a straight line and see which one actually wins, or which one actually bugs me off first. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So as you can see with the Appaloosa, there was some magnets coming for me, but I decided to keep that in so you can see what he does in gunfire. He slowed down a little bit, but I think he did very well overall. Didn't try to bug me off. He didn't try to ride away, because I was able to still ride him. I was able to keep control over him, so that is very good. Overall, he did very well in this, you know, in the ambush. And as you can see, the American Paint is a little bit in trouble right now. He's struggling to keep up. And when you see to the Appaloosa is still going very strong. So I was actually very surprised by the both of them. Again, the Appaloosa should do better than the American Paint because the Appaloosa has one more stat in stamina. But again, they both very well. So as you can see, I actually think the Appaloosa also is a little bit further than the American Paint. They normally should have the same speed, but I feel like the Appaloosa is a little bit faster over the long distances. As you can see, the American Paint is tiring and actually get off track with the Appaloosa. I mean, here the American Paint bugs me off, and as you can see, the Appaloosa is still going very well, still going at this point, and eventually he will bug me off as well. But I think the Appaloosa definitely did a very good job. It's almost as far as the level 4 Arabian, which is very good. But yeah, so round 2 is gonna be a race. We're gonna see which one actually wins this race, to be honest. This was kind of hard to choose between because they're both on the sort of same speed. They have the same speed in total, but you will see what happens. And as you can see, I had to slow it down in slow motion again, but I actually think the Appaloosa won a little bit. You can say that the American Paint won. You just have to play it back and see which one you think won. But yeah, they were both on the same level. So yeah, here we're doing the stableness test. And the Appaloosa did very well, you know. Again, the front two hoofs is very common, but then when I fired my second rounds, he became a little crazy, as you can see. And then again, he did some crazy things. He tried to jump up and down. As you can see, the Appaloosa went kind of crazy when firing the rounds. So now we're gonna put them, we're gonna shoot them when we're on top of them. So overall, your horse is normally very stable when you're on top of him and normally doesn't move that much. But I think he didn't do great in the gunfire. You know, he was doing all kind of crazy stuff, so I didn't think he didn't do that great. But yeah, so here we are with the American Paint. And again, he did some crazy things, you know, he tried to kick and tried to jump. The gunfire is not their favorite round, at least, you know, you will see what happens. I was very surprised, to be honest. So I actually think the American Paint did a little bit better from the pistol and the repeater round already, because he didn't try to, do all kinds of crazy stuff. But then here again, he kind of kicks and stuff like that, so... So with the shotgun again, he tried to jump up and down. I think the American Paint won this round, at least. Because the Appaloosa did all kind of crazy stuff when I was shooting. So that's why I think the American Paint won. And as you can see, he's very stable when you're on top of him. And when you're riding him, doesn't move that much. Doesn't actually move at all. But now here, these front two hooves. But I definitely think the American Paint won this round from the gunfire round. The Appaloosa did all kind of crazy stuff, so that's why I think he actually won. But then again, I was very surprised by how the Appaloosa reacted to the crocodiles. So I was thinking, no, the gunfire scared him a lot. I was thinking he would buck me off right away. And I was very surprised by his reaction to crocodiles. As you can see, we're in deep water. So every horse that I tested, when I go into the deep water, they buck me off. As you can see here, it didn't buck me off. And I was just able to ride past those crocodiles without a problem. And yeah, that was actually very good from him. Look, actually hit him as well. And he doesn't move, he doesn't try to buck me off. I was able to keep control all the time. Almost hit a tree there, but look, the crocodile is even running away from me. So again, I try to ram him here, and he just doesn't move. He doesn't try to buck me off, which I think is wonderful. I've tested a lot of horses, but then again, he bucked me off. But again, he didn't try to buck me off like a whole minute of riding through crocodiles. So I think, you know, I've tested a lot of them already, and the only thing I feel like the Shire did also a very good job, but I think the Appaloosa definitely did the best out of all of them right now. I still have to test some of them, but I think the Appaloosa definitely won all of the crocodile tests. Again, you know, he did very well. And the American Painter was also kind of surprising what he did. You know, as you can see, he doesn't try to buck me off, but then again, he bucked me off. So already you can say the round goes to the Appaloosa, because the Appaloosa was able to ride him very easily through the crocodiles. All actually hit it, two of them, a small crocodile and a big crocodile, or alligator. Let's call it alligators or something like that. but yeah, so the Appaloosa definitely won overall, because look, the American Paint is able to ride through them, but eventually will buck you off. And the Appaloosa, I was able to hit them, I was able to ride through them, and didn't buck me off. There's only one horse, like I said, the Shire. He didn't also do that. He didn't try to buck me off. He actually kept running the whole entire time. But the Appaloosa did very good. It's probably the best one I've already tested. Maybe the top two, the best. But again, if you want a good crocodile, or if you want a good horse that goes to the crocodiles or to goes to the alligators easily without bucking you off, I would suggest the Appaloosa, because you can also go with the American Paint. You know, he only bucked me off 2 times, but the Appaloosa definitely won this round. So now we're gonna see what he does with the wolves. You know, the Appaloosa did wonderful with the crocodiles, so we're gonna see what happens with the wolves. Actually hit it one there. And I was able to keep control, I was able to ride away very easily. He didn't try to buck me off. As you can see, I'm able to control him pretty easily. But then again, he will buck me off. So, you know, I was kind of surprised with this, because the alligators or crocodiles, whatever you want to call them, he did very well with those. And then with the wolves, he did great, but not that great. You know, the Shire just ran through them all. Didn't even bother looking through them. But yeah, overall the Appaloosa did very well. So as you can see, I'm running away here, actually pretty easily. I'm still able to keep control over him, and actually killed that wolf. So oh, that's actually good when you're able to ride through them. I hit them again. So the Appaloosa definitely did a great job here. He bucked me off, but again, the first contact I was able to ride away pretty easily without getting into trouble, and without actually, you know, I was able to keep control all the time, which is very good. Again, he bucked me off here, but I think he did very well overall. You know, he didn't try to buck me out the first time. He went to the went to the alligators, and he didn't do that as well when he came across the wolves. So he only bucked me off later, and now he bucks me off a couple times. But I think the Appaloosa is definitely a very stable horse overall. Actually ended up dying right here. Yeah, I think the Appaloosa is a very stable horse. But now we're gonna see what happens with the American Paint. And I hit it a wolf again. So what you notice by the American Paint and the Appaloosa sort of like, you know, he goes up and it's like wondering, okay, what am I supposed to do here? But the American Paint actually just keep riding. He doesn't stop like the Appaloosa does. He just kept riding, you know, he hit it one, actually killed one. But I think he did very well as well. But again, he bucked me off. But then if you look at the first contact, I was able to ride and hit a horse, or not a horse, I was able to ride and hit a wolf pretty easily. You know, I was able to keep control very easily. So I think he did very well as well. But I think the Appaloosa did a little bit better because the Appaloosa gave you a warning like, oh, there are crocodiles, watch out, you know. And he also didn't buck me off as fast as the American Paint did. But I think they both did very well and actually ended up dying here as well. So yes, that was it for the video. I hope you did enjoy. Personally, I think the Appaloosa won this battle. But it's all up to you, and you know, you can choose which horse you like the most. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you all in my next video. If you have any comments or if you want to see another video, definitely share it in the comment section below. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.